Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today is a special day for us. We have something exciting to show you guys. Something very big and exciting. We're planning some big projects over the next couple of years, and to do that we need some big equipment. So here sits our very new to us D7H Series 2 Caterpillar Dozer. So I had quite an experience getting it unloaded from the trailer and brought to this point here.
Not to mention, that's why we're here in snowy weather instead of in the sunshine in the south. So we drove through a whole bunch of snow to get here just so that we could be here in time to get this.
Yep, so a little backstory on this machine. It's from Nebraska. We looked at it the first week of January and ended up making a deal on it. And then we were going to ship it out here to North Idaho, but we needed to time it right before the load limits go on in Idaho, and before it basically becomes impossible to actually get up to our place until like late spring or early summer.
So the best timing was while everything is still frozen.
Yep, but we were hoping to do it at the end of February. It is the middle of February right now, and it is one of the snowier.
There's the most snow that anyone's seen this winter right now.
Yep.
So it's ended up being quite a snowy experience.
Yep. So we rushed up here from Arizona with the bus just in time to get this thing offloaded when it was about 0 degrees out. I very much struggled to do that. So here's some footage of us getting it unloaded and brought down to this point. Good morning, everyone. Today is a very fun day for us. Oh, you can see some deer running in the background. That's pretty cool. As I was saying, it's going to be a fun day for us. We are taking delivery of our new to us Cat D7H. So it's getting shipped all the way from Nebraska and it's arriving today. When we had planned this delivery, it was going to be really nice here, but instead it is cold, icy, and yeah, I guess we have some onlookers. So it's -2 this morning was their temperature down in the valley. It should be a little bit warmer up here, but I have starting fluid, jump packs. We have a new to us, or actually it's a new battery solar generator basically. So we need to do that. We can hook that up with our big charger and we can charge up the batteries if we need to. But I don't know what to expect with this trucker, so we'll see. I'll get the camera set up and he should be here shortly. So it's so cold that my main camera did not want to record. Unfortunately, we missed the truck pulling up and the first part of me trying to get this dozer started. So what I'm doing here is hooking up the battery terminals onto the batteries. Thankfully, the previous owner had unhooked them so that the batteries weren't completely dead by the time I got to them. But the battery connections are not the greatest, as you'll see shortly. This is also the first time I've personally seen the dozer. I had a family member go look at it in Nebraska, so I need to figure out how to get this thing started. Didn't know if there were any seat switches or interlocks or anything like that. We'll figure it out as we go along. So I finally made good connections between the batteries and the cables, but now the batteries are just too dead to be able to start on this cold day, so let's get it on the charger. So as you could hear there, we finally got fuel up into the cylinders. It's trying to start now, so hopefully we can get this started with a little bit of starting fluid and see how it goes. So we finally got the truck out of here. Took him quite a while to get turned around and headed down the road. Wasn't very impressed with him. He was definitely not a heavy haul guy. He came showing up in flip-flops and athletic shorts on a -2-degree day, so wasn't quite prepared. Wasn't very knowledgeable. It took him quite a while to get his truck separated, the trailer separated. You never know who you're going to get when you get a broker involved hauling equipment like this. But anyhow, let's get this Dozer down the hill, about 2 miles to our place. So one thing you have to be really mindful of is that steel tracks and icy roads don't mix very well. Tracks can slide sideways with very little force when it's this icy out. So I'm trying to stay on top of the crown on the road, and I'm ready to drop my blade to stop me from sliding if I start. But it's a very real risk. A lot of people out here weld extra tall little points to their top of their grouser pads so that they can't slide sideways. This machine unfortunately does not have those yet. Well, we're not quite home yet, but we're to the telehandler. We're gonna let it sit and cool off here. I did see that it is leaking. I think it's from the torque converter. It's just getting too much oil in it. So you'll see the little trail there. So we'll bring some more oil down when I come back here tonight, and we'll get this hopefully the rest of the way in. That way it's just done. So worked really well. I just coasted down the hill. Yeah, we'll let this sit, and we'll pick this up hopefully tonight. So what we have to get done today is we need to move this the rest of the way to our property. It's sitting actually right next to the burned out telehandler project, and we need to get it moved. So our goal tonight is to get this machine moved back to our shop so we can actually start working on it. A little bit more backstory behind this machine is that it has a bad torque converter. Heats up really fast, and there's some metal shavings in the oil, so we need to do a rebuild on that, and probably the transmission also. But it functions well enough for long enough to get it moved in. So I was able to coast it down about 2 miles of road in the snow and ice when it was cold, and it didn't overheat until we got about here. So should be good for the 1 mile that we have left to go. But yeah, it's sitting right next to our burned out telehandler project. So we need to get this out of here so we can get the bus in, and yeah, we'll start working on this. So we're gonna check some oil and fluid levels, and then hopefully get this thing jump started. The batteries are shot, so we have to work around those. So let's get started. So I just checked the oil level. It's good. It definitely needs changed, but the machine has sat for basically a year. About this time last year that the previous owner had an issue with the torque converter, so it's been sitting a while. Inspection port.
No inspections needed, huh?
Nope. So one thing you have to be really careful of with this machinery when it's cold and icy is that all the metal surfaces are incredibly slick, especially when they're covered in snow.
That's a big dipstick.
It is. Yeah, it's D7 sized. But this is the transmission oil dipstick. It's still on the dipstick. It's not where it needs to be. But I'm not 100% sure of which fill port to fill the hydraulic oil in, or the transmission oil. So I think we're going to leave it because we The machine holds almost 40 gallons of it, I believe. So if we're just a little bit low, it's not going to be the end of the world. So up in the battery compartment, things are not as they should be. There should be 2 big heavy-duty construction batteries in here. Instead we have 2 little car batteries. And when I was taking this down here, all of the connections are loose. I took them off so that it wouldn't drain the batteries down, but all the connections were loose. And halfway down the hill, I stopped and all of the connections were off and it wasn't hooked up to anything. The machine is old enough that it doesn't really need electronics to run. It's all mechanical injection and all that, but it's still kind of, well, it's a little disconcerting when your battery cables are just flopping around loose in the battery compartment. So let's get them tightened up. Okay, we have the battery cables hooked up, at least for now. I will, before we move the machine, I'll take this vice grip off. It'll probably kill the electronics, but at least it won't short out in this box here, because this prop doesn't have a pin in it, so everything is kind of loose here. Okay, next step is to get a battery charger on here, just to give ourselves a little bit better chance of getting this thing started. It will be a cold start. Okay, because we're going to do this jump start in the middle of nowhere, we're going to use the All-Power solar generator and battery bank to power our big shop battery charger. So with batteries that are this dead, it is, well, and bad, a normal battery charger that's a smart charger probably won't work. So we're going to use a conventional non-smart charger so we can actually charge these batteries. So let's get our power station fired up. Just gonna hold the button down. I've already used it to jumpstart the Dozer once, so we are going to use it again, I guess. Plug in our, so we'll plug in our charger and hit the power button. And then let's get the battery cables hooked up. So this is a 24 volt system on this machine, so I can only charge 1 battery at a time. There we go, we're charging. So we're currently drawing 400 watts. I can boost this up into engine start mode if I need to, and I can draw even more. So it's pretty amazing that we can use this battery bank to power that heavy duty charger. Hydraulic cylinder worked on too. So we've charged up one of the batteries. We're going to turn the charger off, switch the cables to the other battery, and charge that one up now. Now we'll give that another few minutes.